Hi guys, welcome back to All I Know about Depop. In this video I wanted to talk about what you can expect from winter season on Depop and when and how to prepare for it. Whew. I am a little bit late making this video because it is the start of November now, but I wanted this video to be a information pack on what you can expect on Depop from September to February every year. I have done 4 winter seasons on Depop now, so I think I have a good grasp on what to expect. I am a UK seller, but I do think these tips should apply across Europe and in the US. But if you think things run a little differently where you are, then please share this in the comments. Anyhow, let's crack on with the video. I wanted to start by giving like a brief overview before we get into details. Winter on Depop is money making season. Between September and December is almost definitely where you're gonna have your best financial months of the year, especially one particular week, which I'm gonna talk about later. Theory is that online shopping is much more popular in winter because people stay inside because it's cold and they're more likely to shop online. Then you have Christmas where people are wanting to spend money on gifts. And then you have the younger shoppers that tend to be Depop customers that are gifted money for Christmas and then spend it after Christmas. So basically, if you own a Depop shop, you're gonna wanna be ready for winter. Note that in this video, when I refer to winter season, I am referring to the time period between September and February. I am aware that autumn, fall is half of that, but the way I see seasons on Depop is very like summer, winter. I found that items that sell in September are very similar to items that sell in January, despite these months being very different, which I will explain in the last chapter of this video. I found that people either want skirts and shirts or they want coats and jumpers, and there's not that much of a difference between autumn and winter on Depop, so I'm going to be talking about the whole period as winter. The first thing that I want to talk about is stock. As the season changes, people obviously want to buy different clothes. Warmer clothes. You might be doing numbers in the summer selling Hawaiian shirts, but when September rolls around, unless someone is going to like a Hawaiian social, no one is going to be buying your funky shirts. I found that items that have done well for me are jackets, blazers, and jumpers. Some other things to think about is that the winter time tends to be the time when there are more balls and Christmas parties, so it's a good time to list dresses and going out bags. Also, items that are velvet and sparkly tend to do better in the winter. I would start introducing stock from mid to late August, so when September does roll around, you have winter stock ready to go. And don't forget how long it takes to source and shoot and list. I would start thinking about winter stock like in the middle of summer. The next thing that you're going to want to think about is preparing your shop for Cyber Week. Cyber Week falls on the last week of November every year. It's the week around Black Friday where literally every shop on earth does massive discounts, and it is a big thing on Depop. Every year Depop should send you like multiple emails reminding you that it's coming up, so look out for these. They normally recommend discounting your items 30% or more. If it makes sense to, I would recommend doing a 40% off discount on all of your items or the majority of them. I've done a 40% discount and had some really great Cyber Weeks over the years. I did have one year when I did 20% and this was just a complete flop. So since then I have always done 40%. Obviously don't feel pressured to discount that much. 40% is a lot. If it's not going to work for you or you're going to make a loss, then I mean, you don't have to participate in Cyber Week at all and you'll be fine. I've just found that it's a kind of like go hard or go home sort of thing. If you want to take part in Cyber Week, I would recommend doing a big discount, and I think that is how you're going to get the best results. It ends up being quite an exciting week of a lot of sales, but do keep in mind that with more sales you do have to spend more time shipping, so make sure you factor that into that week. Cyber Week is a great opportunity to shift stock, especially stock that isn't moving. Make sure that when you discount items you do it with the discount feature on Depop and you don't just reduce the price yourself, as this means Depop will recognize it as a discounted item, and they often have like a Cyber Week browse section on their homepage, so it means you'll pop up there if you discount it the right way. Actually, they're doing a thing this year where if a shopper likes an item and then it gets put on discount during Cyber Week, then they'll get a notification to say that it's on offer, which is cool. So that is what can be expected from Cyber Week. To prepare for Cyber Week, I basically just like to use it as motivation to list a lot in the months that lead up to it. I think the more listings you have, the more chance you have to make more sales on Cyber Week. So when it's coming up, it's a great time to list new items and list items that you have been putting off listing for a long time. So yeah, get hyped about Cyber Week and get those listings listed to your shop. Seasonal overkill is what I've called the next point that I want to talk about. The winter season hosts Halloween and Christmas, which is known for its distinctive clothing. I think it can be easy to get excited and buy like a job lot of Christmas jumpers or costumey outfits for people to buy for Halloween. As a shop owner, that sounds super fun and exciting. But remember, you only have 1 to 2 months to sell these items to your customers. And as soon as Christmas Day is over, no one is gonna want to buy your vintage red jumper with a Santa sleigh on it until like next November. So if you do overbuy on seasonal stock, not only are you gonna get stuck with stock that doesn't sell for a whole year, it also means that you're gonna have to delist these items from your shop and then relist them next year, which is like a bit of faff, unless you wanna have like Christmas jumpers on your shop for the whole year round. I don't know, I think that's maybe a bit weird. So I tend not to cater too much to these holidays. And if I do, I list items that can work for the holiday, but also can just work as normal items afterwards. For example, listing a black velvet dress before Halloween is a good idea because someone might buy this as like part of their costume if they want to be like a witch or a black cat, but also it works as a regular item after Halloween and it doesn't look too weird on the shop. Whereas if I came across, you know, like a vintage witch hat, I probably wouldn't buy this for the shop because it might be a cool piece for someone's outfit, but as soon as Halloween is over, it's gonna look a little bit weird on my shop and it's probably not gonna sell. I have sold a few Christmas jumpers in the past. Seasonal items on Depop do sell. Don't be afraid to buy a few items and see how they do, but I would be careful not to buy lots of items or job lots of Christmas bits. Especially as a beginner, your money is better spent on stock that will sell on your shop throughout the whole year, or at least the whole season. Now, there are ups and downs in life. September, October, November, December may be great months for sales, but January does come round to humble us all. In this last point, I wanted to warn you or reassure you if it's January for you right now. The big boom of winter sales does fizzle out in January and February. My sales have never completely died yet, but sales do calm down and it's pretty normal and it happens every year. You are on the December high, popping champagne, thinking you're gonna be the next bloody millionaire, and then January, your humbling friend shows up. Turns out you're actually not gonna be on the cover of Forbes this year. It was just the winter high. So make sure you're prepared for that financially, mentally, spiritually. It can be super daunting when you go from really great sales to really slow sales, but don't panic, sales do eventually pick up. I find that in March and April things get to a bit more of a normal level again. Unless you're in the fitness, new year, new me business, everyone's sales drop in January. So it's pretty standard. Check these out if this video has helped you in any way. The next video is going to be about how to give your shop a glow up, so stay tuned for that.